We're in Plymouth, and that can mean only one thing: a test of a Princess. In this case, it's the 55. This boat was launched back at the Southampton Boat Show in September, and it goes toe-to-toe with the likes of the Sunseeker Manhattan 52, Prestige 520, Steeliner 530 and Azimut's new 55. Pretty stiff competition, I think you'll agree. So, what does this boat bring to the party? Gone are the days when you could just put some sun pads on the foredeck and that was that. This 55, like most of its rivals, has got sunbathing space, yes, and this has got flip-up backrest to make it a bit more comfortable. But you also have a little bench here and this walk-through as well, which is a really nice feature. Makes it very easy to get from deck to deck when you're crewing. The 55 is a really easy boat to crew. The side decks are a good size and you have a rail running all the way along the superstructure to help you along. Big chunky handhold here and here that comes to hand as soon as you're in the cockpit. And there's great mooring gear as well. Chunky clean, you've got an electric winch, multi-directional fair lead as well. In this section here in the cockpit, beneath you have the crew cabin. You can just have that in storage if you like. And then under this big hatch here, you've got a lazarette and access to the engines. But now let's have a look at the flybridge. The flybridge is a really good size and you have somewhere to perch or sit all the way down the starboard sides and right round to the port quarter. In the middle there's an enormous tea table. It's really easy to serve a good number of people up here, and of course you have the wet bar too to help you do that. Forward you have the familiar Princess setup of seating, but you can also slide out the squab and infill with a cushion to make a little sun pad. Fantastic driving position up on this flybridge. Yes, the navigator sits inboard of the skipper, which can be a bit frustrating when they want to get in and out, but the central driving position is really good and there's loads of adjustment too, so whatever shape you are, you're going to be able to get nice and comfortable. Overhead, this hardtop is an option. You can have it with a sunroof if you want. If you don't, the standard option is to have a radar arch with a bimini. It's hard to see how Princess can improve the layout of this saloon. It works so well. On a boat this size, this aft galley layout works brilliantly, especially when you have this top lifting window here which springs up and allows you to really open up this area to the cockpit. Yes, there's a little step down into the galley just to give you a bit more headroom. You also have a full size fridge freezer in here, and this side return is great, allows you to line up drinks and food really easily. Moving forward, you have a couple of steps up here, but they're pretty shallow, so not too much of an issue. And you begin to notice the attention to detail in here. Yes, this boat is more expensive than the likes of the Sealine and the Prestige, but you really feel where it's going. The use of lighting, the stitched leather, etc. on the handholds, even the fact that you've got little strips of piano black material set with inside the headlining. Tiny little things, but altogether the effect is fantastic, as are these windows. The way that they disappear down behind the furniture, you get massive natural light in here. When you're sat in these seats, the views out really are superb. Let's go and take a look at the accommodation. The master cabin on the 55 really is a lovely place to be. It's fantastically bright thanks to these big hull windows. There's massive headroom. If I stand up, you can see plenty of space above my head, and you also have a completely flat floor all the way around the bed as well. Loads of storage in here too, underneath the bed, some nice deep drawers over on this side of the cabin, and also that's where you have a double hanging wardrobe too. Of course you have an ensuite which has got a sliding door to give you a little bit more room. In terms of guest accommodation, forward you have a VIP ensuite, and that bathroom also has access to the day heads, and the twin cabin, you can use that as its bathroom as well. This particular boat has the 800 horsepower Volvos, and if you're happy with a top speed of about 30 knots and a cruising speed between 22 and 25, then they're a great match for the boat. Mid-range shove is really impressive. She gets out the hole nice and quickly, but if you want to cruise in the high 20s, you're probably going to spec the larger 900 horsepower Volvos. And it's an engaging boat to drive too. Okay, it's not a sports boat, but Princess has ensured that the steering, the handling is really engaging for a 55-foot flybridge boat. Lovely and light, 3 turns lock to lock, nice bit of lean when you initially turn in, It's a fun boat to drive. No, it doesn't need to be, but there's no harm in that whatsoever. And part of why it's so engaging to drive is this fantastic helm position. The dash design is superb. It's a new style for this latest generation of Princess. It's really slick, looks lovely, it's very clear as well. This seat, fully adjustable, bolsters, steering wheel moves up and down. You have your throttle right under your right hand, just where you need it. And this boat also, with the Volvos, comes in standard with the joystick system. It's traditional shafts, but the joystick talks to the props and the thruster and means that you effectively have IPS style control on a shaft drive boat.